brought to you by the good people at Beeswax Music.
Hello， 大家好，现在准备去波士顿机场跟 Joe Stump 会合，正式开始这次我们中国之行。
I hope to make it back soon.
那好，昨天上海站结束之后，巡演就正式结束了。然后现在我在从上海酒店去机场见Joe，然后就直接飞回波士顿了。谢谢大家看了一路，我也跑了一路，希望下次Joe还能很快再回来。
Hey Joe, welcome back to the States, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. China was a lot of fun, but it's good to be back in America.
Yeah. So how do you like the trip? Like,
the travel end of it was quite grueling. And of course, like it's tough, like with the time change. 12 hours. I mean, the whole tour, like the whole 2 weeks, I was only sleeping 4 or 5 hours a night. So, yeah. But all of that aside, the fans were great. Mm-hmm. And met a lot of great people and a lot of great Chinese guitar fans, a lot of great Chinese guitar players.
Yeah, for sure. Like the Ghost Snapper guy.
Yes, exactly. My 2 boys in Shanghai. Yeah. Yes, the 2 guys that studied with me. They were both badass. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Both like great players, and of course nice dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So that portion of it I really enjoyed, and the shows were great. You know what I mean? I mean, like even if I'm beat up from travel, when the bell rings and it's time to go out there and do damage, then you throw the switch and it's time to go.
Yeah. So we traveled to a bunch of the cities. So if you have to pick one, which city is your favorite one?
Well, I mean, I thought all the cities were cool. It was cool to go to Inner Mongolia. That was pretty crazy. The Mongolian dudes are like out of control. They like to smoke, they like to drink, they like to eat meat. And of course Shenyang was a cool, like fairly legit city.
Yeah.
And and everybody. everybody in Hangzhou, you know what I mean, at the master class. That was very nice. But and you know, Guitar China Festival was great. But of course, Shanghai is like, you know, like a huge, you know, a huge city and stuff. And being from New York and stuff, you can't, you know, like Shanghai's like massive like that, where there's stuff going on and there's stuff open at all hours. Like, you know, that time after like one of the shows or whatever, we wanted to go eat at like midnight.
1 o'clock.
It was like midnight. We went out to eat, you know what I mean? Like, so we can find a place where we get out to go out to eat at midnight and drink a few beers and stuff. So you know, that portion of you know, being able to, that reminds me of New York, we can get just about anything at any time of the day or night, you know, I kind of like that. And plus I stayed in Shanghai. I was in a nice, you know, extremely plush hotel with a nice hotel, with nice legit hotel bar. So I was I was very pleased with that.
Yeah. So last question, can you tell us a little bit about this ESP you're holding? Because I heard this is the father of all the vintage pluses.
Well, what happened? This is a guitar that I forget how many years ago exactly, but you know, ESP made me in the custom shop, and you know, I'm not much of a gold hardware guy, but I have you know, many, you know, I was very fortunate that, you know, ESP's built me, I don't know, maybe close to a dozen custom shop Strats in my day, or at least like 9 or 10 custom shop ones, and I have a bunch of off the rack ones as well. But this one's just got gold hardware because I thought it went nice with the it's the
yellowish.
Well, it's yellowed now because it's a bit older, but the color is like pearl white. You know, it's got this kind of, you know, metallic flake in it, and it's got the pearl pick guard. And of course the top hat knobs, but it's got gold hardware. You know, gold hardware looks nice with the pearl pickguard. But like, once again, like same features as a lot of my guitars: older body, vintage style Strat bridge, top hat knobs. This one I don't have the YJM high speed pot in, just because the action on this particular pot's good. URL switch. This one I got DiMarzio's. I got the YJM or DiMarzio HS4 in the front, HS3 in the back. That's like a, you know, I think just an ESP pickup. And then scallop neck. This one's got a little bit of a chunkier neck, so it's got a great sounding guitar. It's got the locking tuners, the Spurs are locking tuners. This one's got the backwards headstock.
And your name on it.
And, you know, and the Joe Stump on the headstock, you know, which is nice. And, you know, this is like one of their, this is built in the ESP custom shop in Tokyo, and this is like one of their, you know, this is one of their primo, you know, this is one of their primo Strats. It's in the ESP custom shop gallery. And what ESP did was, I believe, outside the United States, because you know, the fellas, you know, Matt and you know, the great guys over at ESP in California and Hollywood, they didn't even know about it, but they made an ESP. It was called the Vintage SC that was modeled after this guitar, identical except the Vintage plus SC, you know, has the pearl pickguard. ESP's hooked up with Seymour Duncan and EMG. They don't have a thing with DiMarzio, so it had the Yngwie Furies in it. You know, which you know, of course, I love DiMarzio and stuff, but the Yngwie Furies are great pickups. I have them in a few of my Strats, and it had silver hardware as opposed to gold hardware.
And now reverse headstock, right?
And had a reverse headstock too.
Oh, really? Because mine doesn't come with the reverse.
Had a reverse. I believe it's a reverse headstock. You know, and they also made an E2 model too.
Oh yeah.
They made an ESP model and an E2 model, and they made it in pearl white. But I don't know if somebody special ordered it, but I saw one in like a matte black.
Oh wow!
I saw one in a matte black that I thought looked cool.
Yeah, and it doesn't come with a string tree.
This one, this one I've put string trees on my Strats before, because I've had some where the low E's popped out of the nut, but this one I've had pretty good luck with. Now this guitar I've used quite a bit recording. You know, my new record, which is probably going to come out either by the end of this year or early next year. I use this on a bunch of tunes. So this is like one of my best sounding ESP.
Number one, so to speak.
I don't really use it live very much because I'm trying to keep it, you know, from getting all beat up, because I beat all my guitars live. So so this one I've used it live from time to time for solo shows, but this one I predominantly play, you know, maybe if I'm doing a clinic or something, but, you know, I use it, practice it at home, playing at home, and also recording.
Yep. All right. Thank you. And welcome back to the States.